The Girl Beneath the Ice. The lake was frozen thick, but something beneath it wasn't still. A pale face pressed against the underside of the ice, lips parted, eyes wide like they'd been frozen mid-scream. She didn't look alive, but she didn't look dead either. She looked like she was waiting just for you. This is Whispers by Dark. Elliot didn't want to move to Coldwater Lake. After the fire at their old house, his parents thought a quiet place in the countryside would help them heal. It was supposed to be a fresh start, peaceful, clean, safe. They rented a cabin that stood alone at the very edge of the lake, surrounded by woods that stayed quiet, even in the wind. The cabin was old. It had floors that creaked under the lightest steps and wallpaper that curled off the corners like old skin. The windows were cold to the touch, even when the fireplace was going strong. Elliot didn't like it. He didn't say much, but he watched things closely. Listened to sounds his parents didn't seem to hear. That first night, he stood by the window. The snow was falling lightly, flakes drifting down like ashes. "There's someone on the lake," he said. His dad looked up from the fire. "Probably a tree or a shadow," he muttered. But Elliot shook his head. "She's standing there." In the center of the lake, barely visible in the dim light, stood a figure, still, thin, long hair hanging like dripping rope. A white dress that fluttered, even though the air was still. She didn't wave, she didn't move, she only watched the house. The next night, she was there again, and the night after that. Every time Elliot looked out, she stood in the same place. He never saw her walk or turn. She was just there, waiting. He told his mom, but she didn't believe him. "It's just your imagination," she said. But she looked anyway. And when she saw nothing, she smiled too quickly and shut the curtain. During the day, Elliot walked to the lake's edge. He saw small footprints, bare feet leading from the woods to the ice. The prints stopped at the frozen surface. There were no prints coming back. He put his hand on the ice. It was bitter cold, but under it, he saw something. A face. A girl's face pressed up beneath the ice. Her eyes wide. Her hand flat against the frozen surface. Her mouth moved slowly, like she was whispering his name. He fell back in the snow, heart racing. That night, the house was colder than usual. The air felt heavy. Elliot said less. He wouldn't eat. He'd just sit by the fire, staring out the window. "She's lonely," he whispered once. "She said she's cold." His parents grew worried. They took his temperature, made his favorite food, but he didn't respond. He started drawing, pages and pages filled with the same face. The girl, her dark hair, her sunken cheeks, the lake. His room became a museum of her. Crayons, pencil, charcoal. Some drawn with shaking hands, some with strange, perfect detail. One night, they found the window open. Snow had blown in, and across the floor, bare footprints. Wet, small, leading from the window to Elliot's bed. The boy didn't scream. He didn't even wake up. But when they shook him gently, his eyes opened slowly. "She came," he said. "She was crying." The next morning, he wouldn't speak, just stared at the lake. His lips moved without sound. His skin looked paler, thinner, like something inside him was slowly being pulled away. His father tried to keep things normal, lit a fire, put on music, but nothing helped. The drawings continued. The house felt darker, like the sun didn't shine on it anymore. Then the storm came. Thick snow, howling wind. The power went out. The cabin dropped into deep silence. Cold crept into the walls. The candles barely stayed lit. "She wants me to come with her," he whispered once. His mom tried to stay with him, but she fell asleep in the chair beside his bed. At 3:22 a.m., she woke up. Something was wrong. The bed was empty. The covers were neatly folded. The window was open again. Wind screamed through the crack. The snow on the floor was deeper than before, and the footprints were back. They led out the door across the yard to the lake. His parents ran barefoot through the snow, slipping, gasping in the wind. Out on the lake, they saw him, Elliot, standing in the center, pale, still, and across from him, her, the girl beneath the ice. Her face was clearer now, eyes black, skin stretched tight, one hand pressed against the ice from underneath. Her mouth opened, and steam curled up from beneath the ice, like breath from a mouth that had no warmth. Elliot knelt, touched the ice, whispered something they couldn't hear. Then, he vanished. No splash, no hole, no sound, just gone. His parents screamed, ran onto the lake, but the ice held. No crack, no weakness, only 2 sets of prints. His, hers, and then nothing. Police searched for weeks. Divers broke the ice, searched every corner of the lake. Nothing. No body, no clothes, no sign of struggle. Just drawings, hundreds of them, still in his room. The last one was different. It showed a boy and a girl standing under the ice, hand in hand, eyes closed, waiting. Every winter since, locals say the same thing. When the lake freezes over, you can see a boy standing in the center. If you look closely, you'll see the girl beside him. Sometimes they wave, sometimes they cry, sometimes they knock, and the sound comes from beneath your feet. If you ever visit Coldwater Lake, don't stay past dark, because once she finds someone new, she lets the last one go. And this winter, she might be looking for you. If that gives you chills, don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next true horror story. You stay safe out there, folks, and we'll see you in the next one, if you make it there.